Most people think investing means picking the latest hot stock, and honestly, that belief is exactly why most people feel overwhelmed, stressed, or too scared to even start. I don't buy individual stocks, and neither do most everyday millionaires. And once you understand why, you'll probably stop wanting to pick them too. I'm Davina. I've worked in accounting and finance for over 15 years, and I went from debt to building financial independence and a six-figure portfolio. Not by taking big risks, but by using a calm, simple, repeatable system. So in this video, I'll share why I don't buy stocks, what I do instead, and the investing method that most millionaires quietly use without overcomplicating it. Let's get into it. Why I don't buy stocks. If you want financial freedom, you've probably heard the same advice over and over again: buy stocks, buy property, or start a business. But there's one thing that people rarely explain, and learning this completely changed how I invest. I don't buy individual stocks, I invest in index funds instead. And here in the UK, a huge number of ISA millionaires built their wealth using boring, passive, broad market index funds, not by trading, not by chasing trends, and not by constantly buying and selling. But before I show you exactly how this works, let me quickly explain the difference, because once you understand this, everything clicks. Stocks versus index funds. When you buy a stock, you're buying a tiny piece of one company. If that company does well, your money grows. But if something goes wrong, your money goes down with it. And when I first started investing, that terrified me. At the time, everyone kept talking about Tesla and telling me to buy it. But I didn't understand the financials, the price moved wildly, and I kept thinking, what if I pick the wrong one and lose all the money I worked years to save? I remember sitting there with my laptop open, trying to decide which stock to buy and completely freezing because I was confused. That's when I realized something important. The problem wasn't investing, it was how I was trying to invest. And that's when I discovered a better way. Instead of trying to pick one winning company, I started investing in index funds. And if you're new to investing, here's what that means. An index is simply a collection of companies that track a market, like the S&P 500, for example, which is an index that tracks 500 of the largest companies in the US. So instead of betting on one company, you own a tiny piece of hundreds of them. Think about it like this. Buying one stock is like putting all of your money on one horse, but buying an index fund is owning the entire race. And this is where the stress disappears, because you're investing in the whole market instead of trying to figure out which one company will succeed. Here's why this matters. Let's say that you saved up your money and finally felt ready to start investing. You buy company XYZ, and overnight one headline wipes out half of your savings. Not because you did anything wrong, but because one company messed up. If all of your money was in that one stock, that would hurt a lot. This is why index funds are such a great option, because they remove that risk. You don't need to research and pick the right stock. You don't need to watch the markets. You don't need perfect timing, and you don't even need a lot to get started. It removes emotion, reduces stress, and lets time do the heavy lifting. This is why people call it lazy investing, because it's a hands-off, long-term approach. And honestly, it's how most successful people build wealth. So here's what this can look like in real life. Let's say you invested £5,000 in an index fund, averaging an 8% return. In year one, you'd earn about £400. In year two, you'd earn 8% of 5,400, not just 5,000, which is around 832. In year three, your £5,000 is now worth over £6,000. This is how wealth actually gets built, quietly, consistently over time. And the same thing happens with smaller amounts too. If someone invested £200 a month in a broad market index fund over the last 5 years, the compounding alone would have grown their money significantly, without checking charts, without watching the news, and without stressing about getting in at the right time. At this point, you're probably thinking, okay, this makes sense, but how do I actually get started? So we'll get into that next. How to get started as a beginner. Okay, let's keep this simple. Step one, choose an index fund. I started with the S&P 500 because it's broad, proven, has done well historically, and even Warren Buffett recommends it. Step two, open a brokerage account. Think of it like a bank account, but instead of holding cash, it allows you to buy stocks and funds. Some examples include Vanguard, Charles Schwab, Trading 212, or Hargreaves Lansdowne. Do your research on all of them and choose the best option for you. I got started with Vanguard because they had good customer service and low fees. Step three, transfer money into your brokerage account so you can actually start investing. Choose an amount that you can afford to invest consistently every month. It doesn't matter how small it is, even £50 or £100 is enough. It may not seem like a lot, but trust me, it adds up over time. When I started, I invested £250 a month because that's all I could afford. And over time, I built a six-figure portfolio without obsessing over it. And that's it. Just like that, in 3 simple steps, you can get started. The first time you do it, it will probably feel weird, and that's normal. Anything new to do with money feels uncomfortable at first, but over time, it will become normal. And even if that feels like too much, there's another option. You can use a robo-advisor. You can choose a platform like Trading 212, answer a few questions, set an amount, and it will invest for you automatically. A few of my friends actually use this option. Personally, I prefer doing it myself because it actually helps me learn more about investing, but the best plan is always the one that you'll actually stick to. So now that you're ready to start investing, here are some important things to remember. Key rules. Number one, automate your investing. This is huge and I can't stress it enough. Automation is everything. It removes friction and makes consistency effortless, and consistency will always beat motivation. So set up an automated transfer to go from your current account straight to your investing account as soon as payday hits. Number two, ignore the noise. Markets go up and down, that's completely normal, but you have to remove your emotion. The only price that really matters is the day that you sell, and you only lose money if you panic and sell during a dip. But we're taking a calm, long-term approach, so that won't happen. Number three, start now. There is no perfect time to start. I wasted so many years waiting until I felt ready or until I had enough money, and I wasted so much money and time. You understand the basics now, take action. Time in the market beats timing the market. Start where you are with what you have. If you want a boring, repeatable path to building wealth, this is it. Calm money grows quietly. Investing doesn't need to feel stressful or complicated. You don't need to rush, you don't need to catch up, and you don't need to take big risks to build wealth. Starting today is always better than waiting another year. And if this resonated, watch my video on why I no longer use a traditional savings account next. I explain more about how I think about saving and investing. And if you found this video helpful, give it a like and subscribe for more personal finance videos like this. And remember, stay rich in mindset and the money will follow. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.